As a background, and I was introduced to it in the 80s, I believe, in the mid-80s, when the census came to my door.
I'll sing a song. I'll sing a song. You know, that's always been a battle, hasn't it? It's always been a battle. What we call ourselves and how we see ourselves and what's most comfortable and real for us versus what terms were assigned and how we're referred to in the media and in government agencies and how uncomfortable it feels, and it creates tension in our lives. That's what I think that people in general don't know about what we go through. And Hispanic has a big old history, you know, with the Española, the first was it the first site of the Spanish coming in to the Caribbean, and Hispanic, you know, Hispanic. None of us like that, you know, panic, Hispanic. And I don't remember my mom saying, "Mira, Juanito, de ahora en adelante no se te olviden estas tortillas, son Hispanic." She never said that, you know. I never heard that word. From a larger, you know, it's good to get a large perspective. We're a people undergoing rapid change, and we because of many reasons, we have lived in many ways at the margins. We're also at the center, but I think that most of our experience is a borderlands experience and perhaps at the margin, you know. We feel, and what happens is that's a very creative space. You know, the border is a very creative space, and the border experience is a very creative experience. So we have different words, we have different styles, different ways of cooking, different ways of speaking, different. We have art, we have murals, we have poetry, and many terms for ourselves. No, pues yo soy mexicano, tejano, or I'm a tejano, or I'm you know, just Texan, or I'm a mexicano, or I'm a persona mexicana, or I'm a chicano, and all that is always changing. So it's good to honor all our names. My feeling is it's good to honor all our ever-changing names. We're kind of rich in names. That's kind of cool. You know, what do you call yourself? Man, I got a whole treasure chest. What do you want? You know, I got a little Hispanic thing here, but I don't use it too often. And Chicano, I like Chicano. You know, I can tell you all about that. I got Mexicano too. I can tell you all about that too. And I got the old-fashioned Mexican American. I don't use that one anymore, by the way. That one kind of fell apart. You know, that hyphen messed the whole thing up. So I like to see it like that. Like we are always going through change. We have we have a very diverse experience, a very deep experience. We have Mexica, right? We have Mexica, Chicana with an X, Latinx with an X, and that's so creative, as opposed to not having an identity at all or a name at all. But that's kind of cool too. So what do you call yourself? I'm from everywhere, all right? I'm from everywhere. I'm a human being. I like that too. I like that too. I like that too.
Muy bienvenido, Juan. Un abrazo gigante.
Gracias.
Nothing like growing up with you, learning from you and Carmen. I've had the privilege of reading and presenting the both of you. Our people, nuestro pueblo, los quiere mucho los dos. And that's my concern, is our generation is passing on the flag to new generations. And it seems that nuestra literatura becomes drama when you present it. We write it, then it gets a different, beautiful, awesome life when you interpret it. I wonder what is going to happen to our new literature when we're gone. I'm concerned, for instance, many of the writers before us would go to Europe or other nations and grow and talk to the world.
That's right.
And we seem to be like a fantastic internal secret in America, the best known secret. what will happen, say for instance, I'm thinking of the beat poets, that they were squashed, eventually they disappeared. They were needed in their literature, in their words, because they were so existentialist. We are that way, kind of.
Yeah.
And I'm concerned that, for instance, when we're no longer here, will people understand, say, in France, in Russia, will they understand the perro? Will they know what's going on with us? And how can we, what would you advise, both of you, this is a question to both of you, what would you advise for us to do so that we don't remain, in a sense, kind of provincial, just in America? Specifically because of what's going on with the problems, the deportations, all the struggles that we've had for all these 500 years. So our voice needs to go beyond our own locale. What would you advise us? Thank you.
That's a good question. In a way, one word is enough, in a way. One poem is enough. One expression is enough. If we tell it with compassion, and we tell it with kindness, and fill it up, like you say, with who you really are, who we really are. It's good to be worldwide and global. It's happened already. We have many programs throughout the world: China, Germany, Latin America, Europe, Spain, and on. They're all interested in Chicano, Latina, Latino poetry, and write about it, and talk about it, and invite us about it. We're very early on. Ricardo Sanchez from El Paso went to Germany and on. So that kind of international work is already it's in motion. What's really important is like our three young third graders and fifth graders. They're excited. They're full of energy, and they spoke up and are very interested in poetry and being part of the community. And they're going to carry on in their own way, own style, with their terms and their experience and most interesting new vision. I wonder what it is. I'm sure it's different than mine, and what they see is most expansive than my narrow point of view. You can't have that. You can have an expansive point of view, but it's going to change. And they have a new expansive point of view. So all that is beautiful. Stories never die. Poems never die. Compassion never dies. Community never dies. So there's no worry. All there is outpouring. Outpouring. We have to pour out everything from our heart for others, and to give ourselves to others. That's the core. We can add trimmings to it, which is good, but all we need is one word, one poem, one story, told with heart, and then it just multiplies. And then we have new generations coming in every day, and we give them our love and kindness, then they will blossom. And they will tell their stories, and maybe our stories, and on. So it looks like there's barricades and barriers and walls, but they're too small. They're too small for the big, colossal heart, and colossal mind, and colossal love that exists right here. So not to worry, and yet to work. Indeed, let us continue to create. But all we need is one poem, one story, and to share it. And then it'll multiply worldwide. Just one story, one poem will multiply worldwide. And further than that, the other things are too small. The world sounds big, it's too small. All the politicking sounds big, it's too small. The media looks like it's overtaking us, it's too small. There's nothing bigger than those three voices that came up here. Nothing is bigger than them.
Thank you very much, Juan Felipe Herrera.
Carmen. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes. Guadalupe, everybody.